Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Heart to Heart with Shikha, and today we are going to talk about manifestations. What is manifestations and what is manifesting? Manifestations basically are the thoughts you have in your mind. Now, this can be positive thoughts and these can be negative thoughts. And based on what kind of thoughts you are having, that's how your day is going to go about, and that's how your life will become. So if you think positively, then positive things will happen in your life. And if you think negatively, then negative things will happen in your life. Basically, we attract the kind of energy uh, we put into our thoughts. So let me get to the terms which will make you understand it better. So remember when we were little kids and we really wanted something so bad that we always just kept wishing, oh my God, I wish this happened, or I wish I got this so badly. And then we would just do little prayers. I don't know what you did, but I would just pray for something to happen, and it would magically happen. Like, for example, when I did not do my homework and I was like, oh my God, I hope the teacher does not come in tomorrow, or, something happens, she forgets about it. And I would just pray to God, like, so hard. And then, magically enough, when I went next day to school, there was a substitute teacher. And, and that's how I started believing that I could do things like that by just thinking about them and putting all my positive thoughts into it. Obviously, when I was a kid, I did not understand positive and negative thoughts. But definitely, I understood that there was something I would do that things would happen in a way I wanted them to happen. And then when I grew older and I understood the term of manifestation, then I realized, yes, it was possible to actually make impossible happen. And the biggest example of making impossible happen was actually getting married to my husband. Uh, it was everything was against us. We belonged to different religions, and it was like an impossible thing to happen that we would get married. Those of you don't understand, India was very different at that point in time, and interreligious marriages were not something happening every day to everybody. So it was a big challenge, but because of being able to manifest and ask for it every single day, and praying to God every single day and believing, most of all believing that it will happen because it was meant to happen, it did. And we got married. um, and definitely, I would say out here, like those of you suddenly started thinking that, oh, I can manifest anything, I can manifest anybody to fall in love with me. No, that's not true. You can't do that. When I talk about manifestation, then I mean that you can manifest positive things in your life. Obviously, when a person is involved, then it's their free will for anything. If they are in love with you or not, that is their choice. Or if for any relationship, so you can't manifest things like love uh, uh, without the consent of the person who's involved in this too. So anyway, going more towards manifesting positive things in your life, and how to stay away from negative manifestations. Uh, the best way to deal with negative manifestations is you have to learn the art of changing your thoughts. When negative thoughts start coming in your mind, which happens to everybody, it happens to me too. So many times I get filled with this negativity about things, and I'm like, oh, it's impossible for this to happen. Or even like for my business, when I was starting, I'm like, no, this is not going to happen. Just leaving a job and doing something of my own. I might not be able to earn the amount I was earning. So I was filled with this negativity. But how do we turn it around? How do we change a negative thought to a positive one? And I'll tell you what I do. It may work for you. You might find a different way of doing it. But my way of doing, um, changing things around for myself is when a negative thought comes in my mind. Like, for example, I started thinking that maybe I will not be able to earn sufficient amount of money with doing what I'm doing right now. And then I just told myself, I thought it, and I just told myself, and I just imagine, uh, I visualize basically uh, a perfect scenario where I am very successful and I am earning money and I am doing everything what I really want to do in life. And then I try to make that thought so strong in my mind that I start believing in it, that that will happen. Literally, that will happen, meaning I will be successful. I will have my business or my work or my clinic or whatever I'm doing. I will have it so big as I want it to be, and I will have this abundance of happiness and love and successful and wealth and health in my life. And when I do that, then immediately my whole outlook towards life changes and I start believing in it. And when you start believing in something by putting all your energy towards that belief, then trust me, it will happen. It will happen because you become that success, you become that love, you become that happiness. So it's all about believing in that. I know it's not easy to do, but trust me, all of us have that power within us to manifest positivity, to manifest this abundance in our life. And I learned this from my father. I learned from my dad at a very young age that if you believe that everything is going to be all right, then everything is going to be all right. And I remember there were times when everything seemed like nothing is working. And there were times that, oh my God, how are we going to make it through? And then I would hear my dad saying, everything will be all right. God has been good to us all this while. He will take care of us in the future too. Everything is going to be all right. And it just changed. And I started believing that, yes, if I believe everything is going to be all right, then everything is going to be all right. And yes, everything is all right. So if you can start doing that for yourself, then you will learn how to become a positive person. You will learn that how everything will magically become so good around you. So you can change yourself. It's you who has to start believing in yourself. And if you start believing that you can do it, and if you start feeling that you have that power in you to change everything around you, you can become that person you always wanted to be. So do it. Get up in the morning every day and decide for yourself that today I am going to have a good day. And I am going to do everything to make this a day which I will remember every single day. And so you will have a good day, and the next day you will remember the good day you had, and then that will also become a good day. You will go through some downs in your life, for sure. Everybody does. I have gone too. But if you believe that you can come out of that downtime and push yourself out of it, then you can. My dad, he had a stroke in 2012, and he has been my pillar of strength. And when he had the stroke, for first 1 minute when I heard that he had a stroke and he was in ICU, my world collapsed. And I thought, oh my God, what happened? And now what? And then immediately I heard his voice in my head telling me everything is going to be okay. And yes, it was a miracle. He recovered from that completely because he believed that he's going to be okay. And he believed that he is going to make himself okay. And he did. He did. The determination in his mind pushed him to start walking normally, to start doing things normally. And he pushed himself, his willpower, and he did it. So if you are hurting for whatever reason, if you're hurting because you're not feeling well, if you're hurting because there is not enough money in your life, if you're hurting that your job isn't good enough, if you're hurting if your kids are not doing well, then ask yourself and tell yourself that yes, it is going to be okay. It has been. Don't let life bring you down. Believe that life is good and life is going to be okay. And you are going to be okay. And if you are going to be okay, then everything around you is going to be okay. People have cured themselves of fatal diseases like cancer because they believed that they are going to be okay. So start believing in everything you do and start believing that you can be successful. And once you start believing and once you start working hard towards it, you will see that the universe will help you and you are going to become the person you desire to become. So first, bring out the desire, what you want to do with your life, and then manifest positivity in your life and put all your energy towards that thought. I'm not saying that the second day it will be all rosy for you. No, it will take time. But if you believe in yourself and if you believe that you can be that manifester, and if you believe, then you can make anything possible for yourself. Even get rid of your pain in your body by just the power of thinking and making things positive for yourself. So go ahead, do that, and make sure that you like and you subscribe to my channel, and that way you can hear these conversations from me, and I hope I can do something to help you come out and make a better life for yourself. So sending all of you a lot of love and a lot of positive thoughts from my side, and I hope your life becomes as good as you want it to be. So take care and talk to you soon in my next video. Bye.